Hi friends, welcome to Mama Centi's Storytime. Today I have a lovely book by Elsa Beskow called Pelle's New Suit. This book was first published in Sweden in 1912, and it is a story about a little boy who's becoming so very independent and requires the help of friends and family in order to get things done. It is a story about reciprocal relationships and the value of community. I hope you enjoy. There was once a little Swedish boy whose name was Pelle. Now Pelle had a lamb that was all his own, and that he took care of all by himself. The lamb grew, and Pelle grew, and the lamb's coat grew longer and longer, but Pelle's coat only grew shorter. One day Pelle took a pair of shears and cut off all the lamb's wool. Then he took the wool to his grandma and said, "Grandma dear, please card this wool for me." "That I will, my dear," said Grandma, "if you will pull all the weeds in my carrot patch for me." So Pelle pulled the weeds in his grandma's carrot patch, and Grandma carded Pelle's wool. Then Pelle went to his other grandmother and said, "Grandmother dear, please spin this wool into yarn for me." "That I will gladly do, my dear," said his grandmother, "if while I'm spinning you will tend my cows for me." And so Pelle tended grandmother's cows, and grandmother spun Pelle's yarn. Then Pelle went to a neighbor who was a house painter and asked him for some paint to dye his yarn. "What a silly boy you are," laughed the painter. "You can't dye wool with paint. But if you will row over to the store to get a bottle of turpentine for me, you may buy yourself some dye using the change." So Pelle rowed over to the store and bought a bottle of turpentine for the painter and bought himself a sack of blue dye. Then he dyed his wool himself until it was blue all the way through. Then Pelle went to his mother and said, "Mamma dear, please weave this yarn into cloth for me." "That I will gladly do," said his mother, "if you will take care of your little sister for me." So Pelle took care of his little sister, and Mamma wove the wool into cloth. Then Pelle went to the tailor and said, "Dear Mr. Tailor, please make a suit for me out of this cloth." "Is that what you want, you little rascal?" said the tailor. "Indeed, I will, if you will rake my hay and bring in my wood and feed my pigs for me." So Pelle raked the tailor's hay and fed his pigs. Then he carried in all the wood, and the tailor had Pelle's suit ready that very Saturday evening. On Sunday morning, Pelle put on his new suit and went to his lamb and said, "Thank you very much for my new suit, little lamb." "Bah," said the lamb, and it sounded almost as if the lamb were laughing.